I have the Skinwalker on my lap.
Look at the little pup. Look at
him.
Skinwalker.
Look at him. Look at this guy.
Whoa.
What?
There's a fade on the cuts now.
Whoa. Did you do that?
I think I accidentally hit that button.
Is it cool?
Well, I mean...
Is my mic plugged in?
I don't know how I feel about it. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's... I don't know how I feel about the fade.
Yeah, I don't like
do
the
it
fade.
again. Do it again. I want to see it.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't like the fade.
I don't like the fade.
Anyway, yeah, Archie is not a Skinwalker. He does not have enough thoughts. But I also just wanted to hold Archie because I figure the audience can use some Archie in their day.
Just a little man.
Just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. I mean, look at where are you going? Look at this thing. Look at this guy.
No thoughts in that.
He's got his little bandana. He's a very patriotic little puppy.
There we go. Yeah,
he's so good. He's so good. Yeah. Anyway, you want to get down now?
Yeah, we had a very busy weekend.
We did.
Thank you to Gomb, Chimp, Rumrat, and JMO for coming by and hanging out.
Yeah, and for leaving tiny big feet literally everywhere.
There are many big feet in this place.
Yeah.
Trains and stuff.
He was, yeah.
Was also there.
They also put a sticker on the back of my Gladiator, and it's a picture of Ted Cruz that says, "This man ain't my son."
I thought you did that, and
I did not put that there. No.
Yeah, they showed me that, and I
thought it was just a sticker. It's like a bumper sticker. Like I have to figure out how to get that thing off.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna like show it to you as a joke. They did not make it clear.
No, it's just on the car, and I don't know how to get it off. So that's
a hell of a joke.
Yeah, we're gonna be working on that. What's going on? Oh, okay. I mean, that's I don't mind. Oh wow. That's good.
Isn't that so much better?
That's fine.
Aww.
There we go. It's off to a weird angle, but it's all right. You can see the stuff that's behind me. Okay.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
Yeah. Anyway, we shot a video that I hated every part of today.
Profusely.
So we're going to talk about Skinwalkers.
We are going to talk about Skinwalkers today. Just as a final recap, though, weekend was great. Guys were great.
Yeah.
Also,
weekend was hot.
It was a really hot weekend.
You got heat stroke.
I did. I got heat stroke by the end of Saturday, and I needed.
I got semi-heat stroke. I made it out okay though.
Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, it took me 2 hours to get rid of the nausea. I thought I was just hungover because we all had a good big birthday celebration the night before. It turns out that was not what was happening. But anyway, yeah, and also turns out unintentionally, we just kind of paid back everybody's super chats by taking them to dinner 2 nights in a row. So if you come visit during Blobfest. You'll get your super chats
don't make
back.
these promises.
Well, you might get your super chats back in a dinner. Possible. Not
they got to meet Archie. That's the big draw. Is if you come to Blobfest, you get to meet Archie.
They also some people got some snow globes the cat made.
Yeah.
Some people got some Archies the cat made.
It was a good time. We had a good time.
But yeah, I'm gonna go grab something in a moment in reference to a super chat that was just given. But in the meantime, what was your first exposure to Skinwalker type content?
Oh God, I don't even know.
Yeah, we're going deep.
That's
going back.
Mine was YouTube for sure.
It might be iFunny.
Really?
It might be iFunny.
You mean the app we shall not speak of?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first like Skinwalker creepypastas I saw were like 4chan/X posts that were posted on iFunny.
Now
this has to have been like 2013, 2014.
I was gonna say, do you remember the content of some of those things? And I'll be right back as you answer it.
Yeah, it was mostly the like something's like I was driving along a lonely desert highway and there was a coyote running alongside my car and it had yellow eyes. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it has to have been that. A lot of it was Skinwalkers as Fleshgates, I think, too. Like the old Fleshgate stories. That's okay.
Don't mention it yet.
Sorry.
Somebody asked about it. So
okay. Anyway, yeah, it was probably really old like Fleshgate stories that were mislabeled as Skinwalkers.
Now, before we dive into a little bit more about the episode that we made, what is the difference between Fleshgate and Skinwalker, and how does that relate to Flesh Pedestrian?
From what we have a video on that. Flesh Pedestrian was because there was this general belief on TikTok.
Yeah.
When I first started talking about Skinwalkers that you're not supposed to say Skinwalker, and on the one hand, like I understand where it came from that it was you're not supposed to say Skinwalker. People had the idea that you're not supposed to say Skinwalker because if you do, they'll start hunting you.
It's like a Bloody Mary situation.
Yeah. In reality, what I found was that it wasn't that you're not supposed to say Skinwalker. It's that people didn't want to talk about them out of fear that one would realize you knew too much and come after you, basically.
Okay.
Or if you knew somebody was a Skinwalker, you didn't want to reveal that because then they might come after you for knowing too much. That kind of general idea. But, you know, and I mean, I think the funniest one that I've seen is Supernatural back in, God, it must have been 2010, 2011. The Skinwalker episode they had where it was just nowhere near close to being correct. They had him as like animagans, basically, from Harry Potter.
Yeah, remind me what an animagan is.
It was a person who turns into a dog.
Got it. Right. So like basically any of the witches, because don't they all have? Well, no, because McGonagall is one.
She has a cat. She turns into a cat. I don't know. I think it might have, I'm not up on my Harry Potter lore.
Fair.
But no. So in Supernatural, I liked the movies. I wasn't into the books.
Yeah, same.
What
about you?
Did you read Harry Potter or just watch Harry Potter?
I have a unique case of I literally only had the second movie and
Wow.
second book for some reason. So that's all I thought that Harry Potter was for the longest time. And when I was probably 4 or 5, I illustrated my own version of Harry Potter and I dictated it to my dad and he wrote it down and it was really, really not.
Do you still have it?
I do.
Oh, you need to bring it in.
It's like, what was one of the things? It was like they're put into jail or like there was one where they're like put into jail and like all these things did not happen. But in my childhood brain, I thought that I was like retelling the story of Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and the dropping of the soap.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was in reference to me for a second, and I was like, "Yeah, of course, ha ha ha." And
How would that be?
people call me Soap. I chose to make it.
Okay, all right. We're just gonna.
Go on.
We'll address that after the show.
Yeah.
Are you okay? But yeah, so in Supernatural, Skinwalkers are, and this is like I think Skinwalkers being a popular topic of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I went and I looked it up. I was curious. I was like, okay, when did that term become a trend? When did people start thinking about it?
Right.
There's like a couple little blips in it in the 2010s. One of them is kind of after that Supernatural episode comes out. But Skinwalkers as a search term spikes in like 2020.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So
it was the pandemic and
gonna
TikTok.
say, yeah.
Yeah, is people started finding out about Skinwalkers. But the thing is, the TikTok version of Skinwalkers wasn't even, it was kind of based off of the Supernatural version to some extent, but it had all these other attributes too. And what's weird is you see like this confluence of the Fleshgate stories about Fleshgates, which are shapeshifters, but they're a totally different kind. We have a video on this that goes into more detail. Basically, the way that Fleshgates work is that they mimic people you know, or they screw with your memory to make you think. So they'll be mimicking some random person, but they mess with your memory so that you think you know them, and they give you false memories of that person. We've been working on a script based on this concept, actually.
Wait, so that's the one. That would be the one where like. There's that story of that kid who was like, my mom was calling me, and it wasn't my mom thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It was Jin like, right?
I guess, yeah. So what I was finding as I was looking through it is I was like, all right, so there's a whole bunch of different places where the pop culture version comes from, and almost none of it has any connection to the actual Navajo stuff. And there have been some people in the comments from the Friday video telling me that I was wrong about things. I would ask them to consult Clyde Kluckhohn's work because I've yet to find something more comprehensive.
So how did you stumble upon him?
That
And who was he again for people?
he was an anthropologist who was working in the 1930s and 40s. I believe he died in the 50s. He actually, the Navajo Witchcraft, the book that is by him, wasn't published by him. It was a collection of his notes and essays that were put into one spot. So what he did is he spent years speaking with Navajo informants and recording their stories, sort of synthesizing all of this information, and the result was Navajo Witchcraft, which is very much about not only the exact details of how witchcraft works in a Navajo context, but also a broader kind of case study of what this tells us about their culture, their taboos, their fears, where might these things have come from. It's a very interesting book if you're into ethnography, which, you know, I, for one, am. But yeah, there were some interesting comments that were like, well, not all skinwalkers are evil. And I'm like, well, actually, you're confusing shamans with skinwalkers now. And I thought I did a good enough job of explaining that in the video, but I guess not. I felt like I was very clear that there are good medicine men and bad medicine men.
It was clear, but I think for people who may be a little bit too familiar with the inaccurate version of skinwalkers, it might have been a big leap.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was very weird. There were a few people who were criticizing me for things that I was like, look, man, I'm just going based off of the academic work here. I'm not trying to lie to you or make things up. I'm just telling you what the academic literature says.
Well, and considering the academic literature is pretty old, and obviously the peak of Skinwalker stuff online was kind of the early 2020s, what made you want to do a Skinwalker video now?
Believe it or not, it was Instagram Reels. I saw a video that was like, this video is scary because this dog is not this man's dog. And
oh my God, I saw that.
Yeah, that one. So I made a reel based off of it where I was like, yeah, so that's just not what skinwalkers are. And then I gave the basic version. This was before I wrote the video. And, well, give me one moment. Because that reel, keep in mind, I only have like 30-some thousand Instagram followers. By the way, the Aiden Mattis on Instagram, if you want to follow me. That video got 1 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
As it should.
So I usually don't get that many views on TikTok or Instagram anymore. So I figured that if there were 1 million people curious about what skinwalkers really are on that platform, it might be worth doing a video about it. And honestly, we hadn't done a folklore video in a while, and everything has been missing persons and crimes and things like that, and I just wanted to do something I enjoyed for once.
That's understandable. I'm sorry that you had to follow it up this week with something that you absolutely hated.
Yeah, MH17, man.
You guys asked for it, we did it, and he could not be more upset about it.
I am so glad it's over. I don't think I've ever shown that much disdain for a video topic during the video than what you're going to see when this video comes out.
Yeah.
Please watch the whole thing, though. If for nothing else, just the entertainment value of watching him have psychic damage because of this content.
And watching me to try to pronounce Russian and Ukrainian.
He did his best.
I did my best. Well, for some of them. By the end of it, I was not doing my best. I was just upset.
I think it's understandable.
Yeah, I swear to God, if this is one of our videos that gets 1 million views, I'm gonna use one of the weapons in here on myself.
But think about how much your hard work would have paid off at that point.
It's just like an FU from the universe at that point.
It kind of is, yeah. See, with the Killdozer one, I was proud of that one. With the MH17 one, I'm like, well, I hope I got the point across.
What about the middle ground of MH370?
That one was fun, if for no other reason than that it made Ashton Forbes so angry.
It seems you have the most fun when there's someone to make fun of.
It's just in your nature.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. If I had been bigger as a child, I probably would have bullied people.
That's fair. It's probably good that you were nerfed.
I was nerfed. God was like, no, you don't get to be 5 foot until 9th grade. I was 5 feet tall at the beginning of 9th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, and I played football.
I've known people like that.
Yeah.
I have known people like that.
It's not a good time.
That's fair.
Don't look up Conestoga football in the New York Times.
Conestoga football.
Do not look up Conestoga football scandal in the New York Times.
Way to encourage them to look up Conestoga football.
I was not on the team at the time. Anyway, yeah, I figured this will be a very super chat driven episode, honestly, because people are probably gonna have questions about the Skinwalker thing. But no, it's fascinating how inaccurate the pop culture version of Skinwalkers is. And at the same time, I think what I was most interested with, aside from finding the mythology and all of that to be fascinating, was the fact that they're apparently unique to the Navajo. And I don't mean like that, people say that you can find skinwalkers in Ohio. Obviously not. I mean, the Apache are also Southern Dene.
Mm.
They were part of the same migration, for all we know. They split off from the same group of people, and they don't have skinwalkers. They don't have shape-shifting witches.
That is interesting.
Right? You would think that these two groups, being as close as they are, inhabiting generally the same area as they do, that this would be something that's common to them, especially because so many other elements of witchcraft and sorcery.
Like, genuinely from an ethnographical standpoint, that's very weird.
Yeah, it would kind of be like, it would, to put it in European terms, it would be like if the Anglo-Saxons migrated over to Britain, and then the Angles had shape-shifting witches, and the Saxons didn't.
Mm.
You're like,
Okay.
these two are the same group of people who split, basically. Like, they're almost exactly the same group of people. They split when they got here. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where did this come from? So it would suggest that, first of all, whatever the origin of the Skinwalker mythology is, it would suggest that it began after the migration. It began once they were already in the southwestern United States. But then when you look at it, and again, I haven't gone too deeply into this stuff yet, but according to the Navajo, the witchery way, I don't know about the Skinwalker part, but at the very least the poisoning part, that dates back to the emergence period. Like, the first one to use this kind of witchcraft was Coyote and the first man and first woman. Like, they originated this method of magic. So why is it that the shape-shifting comes in so much later? Because the shape-shifting, as I understand it, is sort of a connection back to Coyote. Because he's the trickster deity. He is the sort of the antithesis of what is good in humanity. He's not quite Satan, as we would understand that concept. And I don't want to, speak too authoritatively on this, because again, I've only dipped my toes into it. And that's I do want to say another thing about Native American mythology in general, but specifically the Dene stuff. They have this concept of there being, they'll talk about the animal people. And it's really difficult for me to understand. Again, I've only done like a very surface level bit of research on a number of different Dene cultures. They have this concept of there being animal people before there were people. And it's unclear if this is a spiritual thing of like, because on the one hand, you're like, oh, okay, so this is basically them associating their clans with ancient, anthropomorphized animals, right?
Like Twilight, where he's like, did you ever hear the legends that we descended from wolves and blah, blah, blah? Like, not to bring up Twilight, I'm sorry.
It's more that I just like, I don't know anything about Twilight, so you're hitting me with new information here.
They're definitely not, they're not based off of Navajo or any like southern tribe. It's
I
it's
believe
like
you.
Washington State, right?
Believe it or not, there are Dene people.
Oh.
There. Yeah. Well, that's another weird one, is like, it's again, I don't know what it suggests about the migration path, but unless there were multiple, it would look like there was one that came down, a group of them split off and went into western Washington and Oregon, and then the rest continued south into New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. But yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around the way that the Dene mythology works, because their emergence story talks about how in the first world there are all of these different kinds of what they call people, but are clearly insects.
Cute.
Insects in the literal form?
That's what it appears to be, is that they're bugs.
I like that.
Yeah, I read through it and it didn't make any more sense. So I'm figuring there must be some sort of esoteric thing that I just haven't come across yet.
I mean, could it be, in a sense, symbolic of a their consideration and modernization of their culture?
I don't know. Honestly, I would love to do a video on it just so I can learn about it.
Yeah.
I feel like you really need to actually like speak to somebody who has the oral history of.
I would love to.
Like, that would be.
Yeah, I would love to.
I think somebody did email you. I'm not sure if they're Dene or anything that's relevant, but
okay, yeah,
definitely.
if you want to ping it for me.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I would love to look into that stuff because I'm very curious. Some people had said they'd be interested in a video comparing the Navajo and the Apache, but also now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I would love to do one that goes through the whole migration, because one of the things I find so interesting about Native American studies is there is a point before which we don't really have a ton of material. And it's kind of like...
Is that the Mississippian culture?
In the east, yeah. But west of the Mississippi, it's more groups like the Navajo and the Apache who were probably there around 1300 or 1400. Why are they there? Like, when did this migration happen? Why did the migration happen? What we have, I mean, it would make sense if it was around the mid 1300s, because that's the Little Ice Age. And if you're up north in Canada, maybe you go, all right, it's getting really cold here, let's go somewhere warm, and you keep going south. But I don't know, I haven't had a chance to look into it as much as I would like to, because unfortunately the YouTube algorithm does not favor, academic content.
That's fair. There, at least, videos like this give an opportunity for it to be entertainment value along with academic. And in terms of entertainment value, during your research, because I know you do things in which you will try and find a variety of different sources to go through in order to find something to dissect, what led you to Ghost Adventures? And why did you decide that would be the focus of a large portion of the episode?
I can't remember how I ended up on Ghost Adventures. I just remember I was trying to find it, and I was trying to find the origin of some of these beliefs, and somehow it all tied back to this Ghost Adventures episode in Skinwalker Canyon. And so I looked into it, I found it, and I was like, oh, this is gold. These guys have no idea what a skinwalker is. And the Navajo they're speaking to either are just saying whatever they were paid to say, or are deliberately screwing with them. And I lean towards the latter option, because they were given a Navajo warrior ceremony where they had to take a hallucinogenic drug that was given to them by a woman calling herself Walking Thunder.
Did you find any evidence that any of that was actually relevant to Navajo tradition?
No. It was, really looks like somebody was messing with them. I love how also they frame it, Zach Bagans, however the hell his name is pronounced, he frames it as they're out in the desert, and this woman just walks up to them. He's like, out of nowhere, a Navajo medicine woman who calls herself Walking Thunder approached us. She said she was worried that we were in danger of a skinwalker. It's like,
is that actually how he talks?
Yeah. Oh, did you not watch any of the episode?
I ran through. I don't know if you watched the episode after it was uploaded, but there was a portion where you were discussing whether or not I'd be able to pull clips of a certain thing, and I put a little text on screen. I was like, the only thing I'm allowed to take a screenshot of now because of copyright like coding in a lot of the streaming services was 1 10-minute video on YouTube that was the episode, but only 10 minutes worth of clips. And none of the audio was actually synced up to the video. So, I couldn't even use it as a video source. I just had to use it for screen grabs.
Oh, good.
And yeah, so there was not any evidence of some of those elements in there. Yeah, I couldn't tell who was talking and who wasn't at certain points.
Oh, yeah, Zach, he talks in a certain kind of way, that's for sure.
This is wild.
It was, I think my favorite part is when they get to the canyon, and they're talking to, I think his name was Vincent, who they call a Navajo tracker, like a skinwalker tracker. I don't get the sense that this man tracks things for a living.
He
might, but again, I think they were just messing with him. But yeah, he shows up. And Zach, first of all, they are in I think New Mexico desert. Yeah, New Mexico desert. Zach is dressed all in black, ghost hunting gear, I guess, which is I don't even know how to describe it.
It looks like he's ready for a pop punk
His
concert
hat,
in November.
His hat is His hat is a hat. That is a hat at baseballs. Just
Okay.
back.
Yep.
And his glasses are great as well. So I'm watching him speak to this guy named
Okay.
Randy.
That hat is a hat. Okay. Yeah, he's not dressed for whatever it is that they're doing. Like at night, sure, the desert gets cold, but it's daylight and he's wearing long black pants, black shoes, a black jacket, a black hat, sunglasses, and they walk up to this guy Vincent, and they're just standing there, and Vincent, you know, I want to point out that the way skinwalkers have been described in this episode up to this point is that they're incredibly dangerous and violent. Vincent's holding a gun, a rifle. And Zach just goes, so what's the rifle for? And you're like, the skinwalkers, Zach. It's for the skinwalkers. What else would it be for? Do you think Vincent's plan is to take you guys out into the desert and shoot you?
It'd be great television.
It would be. It would be really funny. In a dark way. I'm not encouraging people to do that. But
Do not do that.
yeah, it's like, what's the gun for, bruh? You're like, this guy talks like he's some sort of California surfer, but he's from Chicago, I think.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. My favorite's also the part where they're in the canyon, and I don't know if they thought nobody was going to go on Google Maps or something, but they're like, we're miles from civilization. They're less than a mile from a road at all times.
And how large is the town?
Also, there is a service road running through the canyon.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like the Navajo version of the Forest Service.
Probably why they chose it, considering they wanted to be able to get, camera vehicles down there.
They were driving Jeep Wranglers.
Yeah, there you go.
There was no question that they were going to be able to get out there. He's talking about it like it's rugged. These are slopes that have a 10-degree or a 10% grade. If they needed to get out of the canyon at any time, all they needed to do was drive out of it.
Mm.
Now, granted, I don't think any of those guys are probably familiar with driving a Jeep under those conditions, but if you're really in a panic, you're not in danger. Also, they're like, we're 3 miles into the canyon. The canyon's only 3 miles long. You're at the end of the canyon. Just drive out of it. It's not a canyon with a dead end. It's a canyon. And once you're out of the canyon, you're out of the canyon. And then a few years later, they went to Utah and did another Skinwalker episode where they're like treating skinwalkers like they're ghosts or aliens. At one point, somebody's like, talking about how they saw 3 skinwalkers and they were like 8-foot tall shadow people. I'm like, that's not skinwalkers. I don't know what you saw, but it wasn't that.
I would be so curious to see you do more deep dives in some of the other Ghost Adventures episodes to see if there's any consistency whatsoever to the lore that they're generating.
I hear that they're not as bad when it's like just haunted stuff, but that when they try to do something like Skinwalkers, they just have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, the show is called Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, which made me wonder, why did you try and go for Skinwalkers? It's because he thinks that they're demonic entities from another dimension. That's why.
Does he say that?
Yeah. He says that the Skinwalkers are creatures summoned by the witches.
Oh.
When the most cursory amount of research will tell you that Skinwalkers are witches.
Yes.
The Yi Nadlushi? Yi Nadlushi, I think is the... Yeah. It's, he goes on all fours with it, I believe is the translation. It was another thing. Some people were commenting, being like, why, if witch and sorcerer and wizard aren't proper translations of these terms, why are you using them? Why not use the actual terms? And I'm like, because there isn't really... The way the Navajo language works doesn't perfectly line up with the way Indo-European languages work.
Mm-hmm.
So a direct translation doesn't really make sense in English. So you have to use an English approximation and then kind of explain it. And I would have used the Navajo words, but they had like question marks as letters. So
fair.
I didn't know how to. Yeah, I think there's only one Native American language with its own alphabet, and it's not really an alphabet, it's a syllabary, and it's Cherokee.
Okay.
Yeah. So Navajo doesn't have that.
Interesting.
Somebody else, and another weird thing that I saw, and I'm not trying to criticize anybody or be mean, it's just I saw some people saying stuff in the comments section where they were like, skinwalkers aren't exclusive to the Navajo. I'm such and such tribe, and we have something similar. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, but the gist of what I would reply to that is you have something similar, yes. I'm talking about a very specific practice that is isolated to the Navajo. Yeah, I know the Cherokee have something similar, but it's not the same thing. So it's my intention is not to say that, shape-shifting witches are exclusive to the Navajo, but the specific aspects of the Skinwalker are.
That makes sense.
I feel like the whole, I was going to say this earlier, but I feel like the phrase flesh pedestrian at this point is just kind of become an amalgamation of all the sort of things that
that's
people
what
think
flesh
this is.
that's what Fleshgate was.
Yeah.
And then I made an oopsie and made flesh pedestrian popular. That was my bad. I'm also sorry for epidermis stroller.
Ay.
That's one that existed. I know flesh pedestrian because I was there at the beginning, but
Yeah.
Well, that just sounds like a stroller made out of skin, which I don't.
That's
know anything
worse.
about. Yeah.
It's a worse image.
Sorry.
It's a child inside of a stroller made of skin.
yeah, that's
Buffalo
horrible.
Bill. Hey. Sorry. I watched that last night, so I'm like. Still in it.
Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
Puts the lotion in the basket.
That guy was at Blobfest. The guy who owns the Buffalo Bill house.
Oh yeah.
Did not know that.
You can
We-
stay there for $500.
We were stuck in our tent for
Yeah, we
most
really
got
got to find a way to
Blobfest.
walk around.
We do. Also, we need to find a way to be drinking things more frequently. I was dying out there.
Oh yes, as was I.
Yeah, it was not good. I do see a lot of super chats though.
Yeah, we've gotten multiple.
Do we want to maybe go to super chats a little early this time?
I think that would be a good call.
Yeah.
Considering.
Also, it is Amanda's birthday, which means that I have a hard deadline tonight of this show has to end at 9. So we will get to as many super chats as possible, but I do have to cut the show off at 9.
Understandable. We will do such a thing. And in going directly to super chats, our first one is from Gonb, who has been a member for 24 months and is currently en route away from PA
Yeah.
and back to, it was Michigan, right?
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Better not be driving and typing.
also, let's definitely focus on questions as much as possible.
All right, we'll focus on questions first, and then if we have time,
Yeah.
we'll cover other things.
Questions relevant to the topic at hand.
Yes.
We appreciate all super chats, but just because of the truncated nature, or not truncated, but the cutoff for this episode, I want to make sure that we answer everybody's questions.
Well, an important one, first of all, is from Bridget McLaren for A799 says, my father passed 2 weeks ago. Archie made my day.
Oh, well, I'm glad Archie was able to make your day, and I'm sorry to hear that. He is a very good therapy dog.
Yes.
I will say the vast majority of these are not relevant to what we were talking about.
Oh my god, of course they're not.
Great.
I can keep talking about skinwalkers.
Fair.
I have no problem doing that.
I
I think the title of the video is your Amazon driver a skinwalker, right?
What?
The title of the video.
Why?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Are they?
No. I wanted to talk about that, though. I'm glad I remembered to, because I'm sure you saw the TikToks, right?
No.
Really?
No.
Am I the only one who saw these?
Please indulge me.
The 90% of the TikToks on my For You page right
Right,
now
you're
are
autistic.
Superman related.
Okay,
So-
yep, that tracks.
Little Superman.
I have seen it twice, and I can recommend it. It is a very good movie. Not a 10 out of 10, but 8 out of 10. Go see it.
Yeah, okay. All right. There was a trend on TikTok of people thinking, first of all, a lot of people thought they were being stalked by skinwalkers. Second of all, a lot of people didn't understand that your Amazon driver could be a skinwalker, but it's not a skinwalker wearing the skin of your Amazon driver. And I think this is where I started to be like, oh, okay, people don't know what skinwalkers are.
I think most people also don't know who their Amazon drivers
That's
are.
fair, yeah. But
So where did this originate?
TikTok.
I know, but like, what is the video with someone
I
like?
can't remember. It's been so
I
long.
think that my Amazon driver
Yeah.
is a Skinwalker.
It was along those lines. It was like their Amazon driver looked up at like a security camera, and the eyes like flashed like shapeshifters in Supernatural. And they were like, I think my Amazon driver is a Skinwalker. Or I think my dog's a Skinwalker. And I don't think that the truth about the Skinwalker lore is so much more horrifying than that. Because first of all, if a Skinwalker wanted to pose as an Amazon driver, it wouldn't need to, skin one and wear them. It would need to put on a vest that says Amazon. Because they're people.
Yes.
The dog ones, where it's like, my dog is a Skinwalker, those were a little bit more in the right direction. But the way you become a Skinwalker isn't that they can't just pose as something. They don't just like need a piece of hair and then they can suddenly pose as the they have to like skin it. They have to kill it and skin it. And do you guys remember the videos that were like, oh yeah, in part of becoming a Skinwalker, part of the ritual is that you have to commit an act of cannibalism, right?
I am familiar with that in the old general idea of what it was.
I think that isn't that like Venn diagram with Wendigos as well?
Yes, and Wichuge. There's a lot of like cannibalism is a pretty major taboo in a lot of Native American cultures.
Right. Yeah.
At first, I had come to the conclusion that no, you don't need to commit an act of cannibalism to become a Skinwalker. And from what I understand, technically that is true. However, that doesn't mean they don't commit acts of cannibalism. It just means they seem to do it for fun.
Right. No, it's a hobby.
Because they make their poison out of corpse flesh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a powder. They dry corpse flesh and then they powder it.
That's right. I'm remembering this from the edit.
Yeah, and then they'll sprinkle it in your nose, or they'll have a fullered stick that they blow it out of at a crowd.
A little cake.
Yeah. So they've just got corpses hanging about in the Skinwalker Hogan or the Skinwalker Cave, and sometimes they eat it. From what I understand, the part that's required is that you have to kill a close family member, usually a sibling. That's the...
You got to be in some seriously dire straits to want to become a Skinwalker.
See, that's the thing. It's usually not. That's why the Skinwalker stuff is so horrifying, is because it's like just...
You're just a really bad person.
Yeah. It's just
I want an excuse to do bad things. Hello.
The reasoning that they give is in Kluckhohn's book is, it's revenge or envy. It's usually some sort of thing that, in Christian terms we'd call a sin. Like you're just a very sinful person. Mm-hmm. You're jealous, somebody has slighted you and you're looking for a way to get back at them. And then, of course, there's definitely a degree of just general superstition and, fearing the dark and the unknown and animals and things like that. But to me, the shape-shifting monster version that can be killed with silver bullets and stuff like that, that's just a glorified werewolf.
I was going to say, I feel like it's like, at least you can't accidentally turn into one. You have to put in the work.
Yeah, but the real version where you're thinking this is a person who is just so hateful that they were willing to kill their own sibling, take their body back to the Skinwalker Witch's Sabbath cave, powder up their flesh, and use it to kill somebody they dislike. And on top of that, it's like, what else do they do at the Witch's Sabbath? Oh, well, they all strip naked, do drugs, commit acts of incest, eat human bodies. There's necrophilia sometimes.
I could have gotten behind the getting naked and getting high part, but everything else after that.
I have further questions for after the show. I need to know what you've been doing on the weekends.
Well, this weekend,
and I want to know how I can get involved.
I was doing this.
And I want to know how I can get involved. I too want to go be naked in a cave and do drugs. That sounds like a great time.
You're going to HR. You're going to HR.
Archie's going to HR.
Archie is HR.
Archie is HR. Archie.
Archie, how do you feel about that? You're sitting in my peats.
Hey, bud. He's just staring at me.
He's wagging his tail.
Hi, buds. Hello. Good boy. Good boy.
Anyway.
Yeah, so to me, that's a lot scarier.
Extremely so,
Like,
yes.
I understand the motivations of the monstrous thing that just wants to eat me. The guy who's like, I hate my boss so much that I'm going to kill my brother, eat his flesh, and then do other bad things to my sister, so I can gain the power to sprinkle corpse powder in my boss's nose. That guy terrifies me.
Yeah, some Lex Luthor type
I
stuff
am
right there.
I am scared of that guy. And I say guy as like it is usually men from what I understand that become skinwalkers, but it's not exclusive.
And it's even worse. It's just because, like, there are people who exist who, if this was a confirmed thing you could do, they would probably do that because there's a lot of evil people out there, as you have covered many times.
Also, and what is scarier? Something that shapeshifts inherently?
Yeah.
Or a serial killing
Hate machine.
yeah, like a serial killing necrophiliac who wears a coyote skin as a puppet. Objectively more frightening.
Without a doubt, yeah.
I am a lot more terrified of the latter option.
That would be a great serial killer movie, though,
Yeah, it would be.
honestly.
Maybe we should write it.
We already have so many stories
Yeah.
half written or written that we just need to make.
Yeah.
I came up with another one today.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Look
Although-
at you go.
This one should be dramatically easier to do considering it's 3 shots.
Okay, yeah.
Is it just a little spooky?
Kind of, yeah. I'm trying to think of because those exist online
We
of like
should-
3 and 5 shot movies, and I'm like, that's a really easy way to get back into the swing of
Yeah.
it.
We should start going on r/bad 2-sentence horror
Oh, yeah.
and making those into short films.
What is this?
Oh, you weren't aware? Okay,
know
hang
about
on.
that.
Hang on. We're going to go to super chats in a second because I'm assuming that there are some questions in there at this point.
Yeah, not a ton, but they're
Oh,
there.
good God. Can you, well, here, start compiling them while I go find this.
I was saying,
Okay.
what is one of...
Because, I mean,
Sophie, while we do these things, could you give us a little bit of background about your knowledge about skinwalkers prior to us talking about them
Yeah.
for the past couple weeks?
So, I'd say I kind of also got into it pretty late through TikTok, but not through TikTok because I don't have TikTok. Like, I don't use TikTok. I basically just watch reels or YouTube compilations of TikTok. So if that says anything about me. Honestly, I think the first time that I officially came across it was through Loey Lane, who's like one of my comfort YouTubers that I will just watch her talk about creepy crap for hours and it helps me relax, whatever. But I think it was like a compilation that she did of like 25 scariest TikTok videos that I found on TikTok, and a lot of them were like Appalachian skinwalker situations, and she definitely was one of the people who was like, I don't want to say skinwalker because I don't want them to come after me, so she would say plush pedestrian, which was very sweet. But yeah, and then I was just sort of like, wow, this is all really strange. Like, I don't know if I had a genuine like grasp on what it was. It's like when I watch
don't worry, nobody did.
yeah, when I watch things like that, I go back to like, I think this was 2 streams ago where we were like, what's your favorite conspiracy theory? Which I did remember what it was. And it was like this guy saying that aliens were, instead of like actual aliens, it's a different supernatural force that's like trying to connect with us in ways that we find familiar yet not familiar, because like a lot of the sightings were, you know, in the 50s, they happened to look like the movies that were about aliens.
Yeah.
And it was just like, let's trick humanity into, you know, thinking this stuff. And so anytime I see something that's like vaguely supernatural or weird, I'm like, maybe it's just this weird force that's showing us weird things, you know? Like, I don't know.
Have you come across starseeds?
Oh, God.
Aiden, have
Yeah.
you come across starseeds?
I have no idea what this is.
They are people who think that they have like the spirit of an alien that is inhabiting a human host.
That's a whole other rabbit
It
hole.
is. It kind of feels like a new age version of Hyperboreans or Nordics.
Right.
Like, and it feels like white supremacy repackaged into a weird new age format.
Seems like they watched 2001: A Space
I'm a
Odyssey and were like, I'm going to make
starseed.
this my personality.
Yeah, I'm a starseed, or the people who are like, I don't think that this is complete BS, but like the indigo children, or like if your aura is specific color, you're like better than everybody else. But I'm not
Wait, what is this?
not a big
Yeah,
fan
I
of
have
the
no idea what
hierarchy
you're
of
talking.
that.
I'm totally lost.
You got to give us the lore drop on
Willow-
that.
White people saw the Indian caste system and said, "What if we made it stupid?"
Willow Smith is a self
Oh, that
indigo
tracks.
child. Yeah, it's basically like if somebody were to. It has nothing to do with aura
I
farming,
feel
but
so bad for Will Smith.
if somebody were to like read your aura, it's like you kind of like zone out and you're like, you have pink around you. That means something. They would like go to these.
That reminds
aura
me of
readers.
one of my exes who very early on in our relationship said the words, "I'm an empath," and that should have been a sign.
Yeah.
Like, if her aura was a color, it would have been red for the color flag she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Every time
continue.
every
Your
time
aura
I-
readers.
Say something that has to do with me being an empath. I'm like, I hate to say this, but I
Yeah.
don't have any other way to explain it. Anyway, but they would like go to these aura readers as children, and if they saw an indigo aura, it was like, you are a creative genius, and like you're chosen, and like you're gonna be really special, and it's just like all this, you know.
See, if I were a total con man, I would go to new agey moms of young children
Yeah.
and be paid to tell them their kids are going to be special because of the color of their aura.
Let me teach you the way.
Like that's 100% something I would do.
That's 100% something that is absolutely happening.
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
I will say, I did go to a fortune teller once who told me that somebody was going to get me in trouble with my car, and that person's name would start with an S. And then my cousin Sam did get me in trouble with a car.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Was that manifesting, or was that?
I don't know. I think the part that like, here's the thing. If somebody who knew Sam was like, Sam's going to get you in trouble with a car, I would be like, yeah, that tracks. But this fortune teller did not know Sam. So, also, I found some bad 2-sentence horror. You can't go to r/bad 2-sentence horror because that's people deliberately doing bad 2-sentence horror. You need to find actual posts from 2-sentence horror, or the subreddit 2-sentence 2 horror,
Okay.
that compile them. For example, if you someone trying to communicate with you don't answer, I heard my partner in crime screaming from the hall. That's when I realized she was dead. My friend, dying, begged me for a kidney. Vegetables first, dessert after, I replied.
I get that one less than the first one, to be honest.
I pleaded, please listen, science not a religion or a cult, it's a process. Ignoring my pleas, the church set my pyre ablaze, while the light shining through the stained glass tears of Jesus bathed my immolation in a blue light. Also, they don't really understand sentence
I was gonna
structure
say-
very well.
These seems like run-ons to me, but
I sigh as I swallow the
What?
pills given by my dad.
Can
What he doesn't know is that the pills wore off last night, and I saw everything he does to me while I'm asleep. Which is,
Oh, that's just sad.
that's just sad, yeah.
That's like
I
the
should have
thing
read
that,
that one first.
it's like the thing Chimp was talking about, the movie that he wants to do that's like, stupid Skinwalker, who's my wife. You didn't even realize that I killed and ate my wife 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My
Spoilers.
beloved daughter became a victim of a
Sorry.
local serial killer late last night. I thought she'd be safe in her bedroom closet, but just as I was confident he was about to leave, he called out Red Robins, prompting my daughter
Yes,
to yell,
yes.
Yum.
No, that's comedy.
That one's
Heard that
funny,
one.
yeah. After much goading and boasting, my friends and I had finally ginned up the collective gall to enter that crumbling, shadow and rumor-infested house, so clearly haunted. Inside was naught but dust, decay, and dereliction, which isn't... It's just stupid. You know? That was just a bad one.
What are the odds that anybody watching this wrote one of these?
It's possible. Oh, here we go. 28 comically confusing 2-sentence horror stories that are so bad it's scary. Is it gonna actually show them to me?
I want to find that these are just like scary things.
There they are.
Sentences rather than like, this one sentence sounds normal. Now it doesn't because of the second one. Like, I want to find one of those.
Is this legal? I asked him. We will make it legal, the baby seller replied.
Well, that's just plagiarism.
In the middle of the night, your dog stands on his hind legs and... Oh, this one's relevant. In the middle of the night, your dog stands on his hind legs and says, nobody will ever believe you. Then you see him grab a kitchen knife and run into your parents' room.
You know, that one's actually, like, cohesive, coherent.
Yeah, there's at least a story there.
Yeah.
Your dog.
The victim was found with 108 Uno cards in his corpse. Then the coroner pulled one out. He heard a ticking sound begin and noticed the card was marked reverse.
Interesting.
Okay.
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, Eddie the Eye Eater thought as he began to feast. My little brother just came home from daycare. His internal organs did not come home with him.
That's just sad.
I know.
That sounds like just coping.
My suspicions that my roommate is a skinwalker were confirmed this morning when I found the skinless remains of my roommate in his trunk. Breaking news, local man arrested for skinning and murdering 2 people has escaped.
Yeah, they just don't get how stories work. I think I will say one of my favorite things I've come across recently in this vein is an Instagram account called Author Fars, which is all just like little short stories. I'll read you one.
Okay, this is the one. These are the kinds that I'm thinking of. The grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor. Dun dun dun. Like
yeah.
You want to say dun 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 after them.
You ready for this? This is some of the greatest romance writing you've ever heard. She accidentally spilled wine on his shirt. She immediately took a tissue and was wiping his shirt, saying, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. He grabbed her wrist. If you want to touch me, feel free to do that. We're using to do that in here a lot. You don't have to find an excuse, he said. An excuse? No one's interested in you, she said by freeing her hand. He grabbed her again and started, there's stars around the word kissing, by the way, kissing her and said, I think your body says something different. And then in parentheses at the end, he is her business rival and he is obsessed with her. This is an entire account of these, Aiden. This is an entire account.
This is wait.
So it's just like what
bad smut, basically. Yeah.
Right. Okay. He was her greatest nemesis and competitor.
Literally, it's like he is her older brother's best friend and he is in love with her. It's like you could have I don't know, written those details into the story.
Your body says something different. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's how you doing over there, bud?
And I thought I had a rough time writing dialogue.
Yeah.
It is 8 p.m. by the way now.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, sorry, that's just...
I was hoping, which one is this? What do we got?
It's just psychic damage.
Hey, handsome, what's your name? She asked. Why do you want to know my name, beautiful? He curiously asked. Because I want to know what name I am gonna... I think it's supposed to say scream, but it says cream because it's cut off towards the side. I want to know what name I'm gonna scream tonight, she said in a seductive tone. He pulled her and, there are stars around the word kissed again, kissed her roughly. You are a bad kisser, he said. She said, I have never kissed before. First kiss, just now you were talking about moaning my name, he said and kissed her again. In parentheses, he is her ex's uncle. He is obsessed with her.
I thought she was going to come back and be like, well, just because I haven't kissed anyone doesn't mean that I haven't.
There's so many of them.
Do they all end with a parentheses, he is obsessed with her?
Literally every single time. This one is very short. They were doing it for the first time. He suddenly flipped her on her stomach and said, bite the pillow, I'm not going to hold back. In parentheses, he was her brother's best friend and 10 years older than her.
Wasn't obsessed, though, apparently.
Apparently not. Yeah, he's just in it for the love of the game, I guess.
How old is she? Is my question.
I don't know. It doesn't say. None of them say.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. What do you want to eat for lunch, sir? She asked. You, my darling, he replied in a seductive tone. This could be a 2-sentence horror.
Yeah, it could be.
In parentheses, he is her boss and he is obsessed with her. They're all like this. It's my favorite thing that I've found recently. The account only has 3,000 followers. It only has 3,000 followers, and I don't know how I found this.
That's like Tumblr. That's like One Direction Tumblr where
Oh, 100%. Yeah, but like here's what bothers me. A lot of these only have a few thousand views.
I was just gonna say, to be fair, most of the videos on my For You page now have about like 6 views.
Oh, it's
Horrifying.
awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah, I am so deep in a niche that I'm not even aware of. Only in the past 3 days has it all been Superman related. Previously, it was like,
What?
oh yeah, what?
What?
Yeah, I don't even know, trains and
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
Anyway, we do have some vaguely Skinwalker.
Okay, there we go.
questions. Most of them are not, but we'll
Right.
get to those after these. This one is not related at all, but it is important and serious. Arbitrary negation installer for $20 says, my brother Jay was in a bad accident last Monday evening.
Aw.
He's got a TBI
jeez.
with a 5 to 10% chance to pull through.
Oh my god.
Asking you all in the lodger's prayers for the Lord's peace that surpasses all understanding.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, man. I hope. I mean, I hope he beats the odds.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's the best we can hope for right now.
crazier
and we
things have
very much
happened.
Hope it. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be in my prayers, and I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Good luck.
If
Best to your family.
If there's any medical expenses or anything, and you guys start a GoFundMe or something, let us know about it so that we can post.
Yeah.
And let people know.
100%. Next is from Something Wicked for 556. Says, Marine here saw some damn strange things out in 29 Palms, including a coyote stealing a carton of cigarettes. Skinwalker, no, but thief, yes.
See, that in fact would be something a Skinwalker might do.
Yeah.
So maybe it was.
It is very possible.
Although 29 Palms is California, right?
Yes, correct.
So yeah, probably not.
Kenny Wimpy for $10 sent over this saying, I live on the other side of the mountain range where Skinwalker Ranch is, and a couple of months ago, my friends and I saw a very strange looking deer that was truly just wrong in every way.
See, that sounds like chronic wasting disease to me.
Yes.
Especially because
yeah.
Skinwalker Ranch is mentioned in literally none of the Skinwalker stories Kluckhohn gathered together.
You mean even just like the area where Skinwalker Ranch is?
Yeah, it's just not.
Where is that? Is that
Like,
Utah?
Skinwalker Ranch doesn't make sense. There wouldn't be Skinwalkers at, like, one specific ranch.
Where is the ranch?
It's in Utah, northern Utah, I
Do
think.
we
so it is
know
northern Utah.
how it got that name? Like,
I think it was kind of the same. I'm not sure when it started being referred to as Skinwalker Ranch.
Well, I don't know if we covered this. Maybe we should do a video on Skinwalker Ranch itself.
did.
But I'm fairly certain it was bought by a man who owned like an entertainment company, and he bought it with the intention of like,
right, okay.
because there was some weird stuff that happened with cattle or whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
And
yeah.
then he decided to kind of turn it into more of a thing than it was, and that's how it became Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
This is all alleged. This is not certain because I have a feeling this is lawsuit material probably.
Yeah, it was called Sherman Ranch originally.
But it was a thing with cows, right? Where it was like,
Yeah, there were cattle mutilations.
yeah, okay.
I just can't remember when they started referring to it as Skinwalker Ranch.
I think it was in the 90s.
I feel like I also saw a video where it was like Skinwalker Ranch.
Not the
UFO
90s.
Aliens.
The 90s is when like people started reporting weird stuff happening there. But I don't remember when it started to be called Skinwalker
I
Ranch.
feel like there was an LLC formed called Skinwalker Ranch, like in the 90s or whenever when this guy bought it.
I think that was 2016.
Okay, got it.
Or it might have been 1996 when Robert Bigelow bought it.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
He's really ahead of the trends.
Yeah. Oh, he's a trendsetter. He's a trailblazer.
Mm-hmm.
When did
Canyon Blazer.
Sherman
Skinwalker Canyon Blazer?
get the name Skinwalker Ranch? Like, that didn't even occur to me.
What's
It
that?
wouldn't be too odd if they started calling it Skinwalker Ranch earlier, because skinwalkers would be local folklore to an extent.
Yeah, semi-local at least.
Yeah, but I don't remember any stories about like skinwalkers around a specific ranch.
You mean like deeper in the lore?
Yeah.
Interesting.
While you look into that, Whiskey Plyan for $5 says, my introduction to skinwalkers was a Tony Hillerman novel I borrowed from my nana. Southern nanas love Tony Hillerman.
Okay.
I don't know who Tony Hillerman
Me
is,
neither,
I'll
but
take your word
if
for
if
it.
he's popular in the
That's
Southern
my
Nana
grandma.
community, he must be a reliable man.
It would seem. Vampire from Pluto for $5 says, the Twilight author used a real tribe, the Quileute,
Yeah.
for her fictional story
How's
where
that
they were all
pronounced?
werewolves. The tribe hates it.
How's that or how's that spelled?
Quileute.
Mm-hmm. I think they're even like genuinely referenced in the movie where she'll be like, "Oh yeah, this bookstore that I'm going to that has books about vampires on it is owned by a." Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wouldn't
can see
shock
that.
me.
I can see that.
Yeah, that would actually not be.
I'd be like, at least
They would not
consult
be a
them
dene.
first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they apparently it was like werewolves, not skinwalkers.
Mhm.
So, part of me,
I was just curious mostly.
yeah, part of me appreciates the attempt at giving a tribe credit, but then again, at the same time, if it's
Like, was it even accurate? Where do they genuinely have the belief that they were descended from wolves?
that's the thing. If you're going to fictionalize it to that extent, maybe you shouldn't reference the tribe you're getting it from outright, because then people are going to think that that's what that tribe actually believes. I don't know. We should ask
Yeah.
that tribe.
I mean, that could be a fun video.
What's that?
Like everything Stephanie Meyer got wrong about the Quileute tribe.
Aw. Redemption.
I feel like we should
By a
probably say
white
everything
man.
Twilight got wrong about the Coyote tribe, but because most people aren't going to know who Stephanie Meyer is.
That's fair.
You put in.
'Cause, like,
oh
I
no, that
didn't-
means I'd have to read Twilight all the way through.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Hey Sophie, you want to tell us what she said?
I've never read it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of figured you had.
What if?
watched it.
Hang on. What if I did the unthinkable? What if we brought back
Oh,
monthly super chat donation goals?
No, I don't want her. No, I don't have time to read Twilight.
you
I just started reading for pleasure again.
an
I
audio.
just started setting aside a half hour of my morning to read a chapter of my book.
What book are you reading?
The Winter King by Bernard Cornwell.
Nice. What's
Yeah.
that about?
King Arthur.
Oh, cool.
It's a King Arthur historical fiction. I would love to do a video on King Arthur. But again, the algorithm hates it when I...
That's
The,
folklore.
the algorithm hates to see a quirked up white boy doing history.
Well, that's folklore, though.
Technically.
Technically.
Nonetheless, Wolflord Bran for $25 says,
Man.
what do the Aidens and intern Overlord think of the theory that skinwalkers and Wendigo started as warning tales against
Yes.
certain taboos,
Yes.
and over time they became actual beings via people retelling the story and changing it?
I think that those are... I think there's definitely an association. I feel like it's almost a chicken and the egg situation, though. Because...
Yeah.
on the one hand, when you really dig into the Native American, the Ojibwe, for example, mythology about the Wendigo, it's very believable that there would be people who, in an act of desperation, killed and ate somebody they considered close, or one of their family members died and they ate the person in order to survive, and the guilt drove them insane and made them think they must be a monster, and that person then continued to kill and eat people. There's definitely a real belief in a lot of Algonquian societies in not skinwalkers, in Wendigos. If you go back to the early 1900s, there's even the trial of, God, his name is escaping me right now, but we talked about it in one of our videos pretty recently, in the last year at the very least. There's this story of, God, what is his name? It was Jack something. Jack, like, Tipper, Jack Tupper, something like that, who was from a very northern Algonquian band, and he was a Wendigo killer. But what that meant to them, in many cases, was that if one of their tribe members was dying and thought was concerned they were going to become a Wendigo because like they believed that, if you started to starve, you might turn, the beliefs about Wendigos vary from place to place.
Yeah, it was
they all have the central line, but so one thing that they would do is they would have this guy come in and he would basically euthanize people. Canada has a long tradition of euthanizing people, as we know.
Want to elaborate on that one a little bit?
Do you not know what they're doing with medical assistance in dying?
Not really.
Oh, it's like being, if I'm not mistaken, they're considering offering it to like children now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In Canada, if you come in and you're like, hey, doc, I'm pretty depressed. Nothing's working. They'll be like, yeah, you want to kill yourself? Like, yeah. Oh, it's dystopian as hell up there right now. It's bad.
Well, that's wild.
Yeah. Like, the one thing that you should never do as a clinician is ask a depressed person if they want to die.
Yeah, it's generally kind of against the Hippocratic Oath.
It originated as basically if people who had like terminal cancer or something, or severe Parkinson's, something that meant that there was going to be a period of time where their quality of life was going to be horrible and they were going to be in constant pain and just waiting to die, that they started offering you the option to go peacefully on your own terms.
That makes sense.
Yes, that makes a lot more sense. But the thing is, it's very cost efficient to just offer that to anybody who might want to die.
I feel like I understand where they're coming from, but they got to do a little bit more vetting and at least be like, let's explore every single possible option so that you don't have to end your own life. And
for me, it's one of those situations where I'm like, I don't want, like, there is so much of an incentive to offer people that because of how much money it saves. And I mean, I like I said, I think that every single STEM person should have a philosophy student whose job is to be annoying.
Correct.
Like, this is one of those things. Like, there should be, like, if you walk into the doctor's office and you're like, hey, I've just been really down in the dumps and it feels like nothing's helping. The doctor's like, well, we have medical assistance in dying. And the philosophy student is like, no. There are other options. We need to try them first. I understand this is the utilitarian thing to do, but no.
It's a last resort.
Yeah. Anyway, to answer the question more directly, I think there's definitely an element of the taboos. There's a very explicit, if you read Basil H. Johnston, he was an Ojibwe scholar who was a member of one of the bands. There is definitely a symbolic element to the stories of the Wendigo. You can tell that there is also a symbolic element to the stories of the Skinwalkers. But at the same time, I don't think that it's entirely the situation where a symbolic thing became a monster. I think that there was definitely a practice associated with it, that the symbolism and the practice intertwine.
Makes a lot of sense.
I agree with that.
Next is from Sir Half Inch for $10 saying, out of curiosity, I haven't heard anything yet. What are the odds that there might be a skinwalker in northern Kentucky bordering Ohio?
Pretty low.
Just one hanging out?
You talking about the Land Between the Lakes monster?
He might be.
Probably. Fun story. Not a lot of evidence that it's true.
Fair enough. Michael Elmore for $2 says, is the Fleshgate / Skinwalker script on Patreon?
It is not yet, but I will be able to get it up for you.
Cool. And then that is the end of Super Chats that are relevant to Skinwalkers, and then we have a lot.
You guys just hate to ask me questions that are on topic, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, and then they get mad that we don't talk about it. I'm just kidding.
So I'll start going through the non-relevant ones. Gom, who has been a member for 12 months, says, 2-year message is too big. I said 24.
You said, I thought you said 12.
He did say 12.
I said 24 before.
You said 24 before. You said 12 this time.
Okay, 24.
We respect you, Gom.
We do. 2-year message is too big for this. I'll be sending it as a regular super chat. Please read it aloud. Thanks for the great weekend, Windowsy. Thank you for providing a great weekend to us. Kellen has been a member for 15 months. MN_grow live has been a member for 2 months. Philip Reed for $5 says, my favorite conspiracy is that she still loves me. That's a,
Oh,
let's put an F in the chat there.
that's so sad.
Oh, sorry.
Trains and Stuff for $10 says, I had a great weekend. Thank the both of you for being amazing hosts. Keep up the great work for many more years, and thanks for the CAH win last night. See you next year, my lovelies. Rum Rat, peace out.
We had a good Cards Against Humanity game.
We did. That was a fun time. Yeah, it was good stuff. Yeah, all y'all were just fun to hang out with overall. So thank you for being cool. It's easy when everybody's chill, and it makes it that much more easy when we are exhausted and everybody's chill. So much appreciated.
Yes.
Pseudo Legend for $10 says, howdy lads. Hope Blobfest was good. It was.
It was very good.
I wanted to go since I was in PA, but I was in Pittsburgh across state, and I live in the does not exist state. Yeah, it's valid. As Gom can tell you, the ride from the western portion of the state to the eastern portion of the state is quite a long drive.
It is.
Understandably so. Kellen, the official data for 762, love the specificity, says, when traveling through northern Illinois, stop at Portillo's for Italian beef. Recommend dipped mozzarella with hot
show you some Italian
giardiniera hot peppers. Might have to. Considering how much I love the show The Bear, it would feel wrong to not stop somewhere and get some Illinois beef. The beef.
Can we stop outside of Chicago?
Why are you
He really doesn't like
vehemently
Chicago for some
against
reason.
driving through Chicago? You think you're gonna die, or
It's a very violent place,
Only the south side.
and we got to drive through the south side.
We can drive through the north side.
That's okay. All right.
I mean, how nice is this car you're driving in? Was it like
Gladiator.
Yeah, brother.
kill me machine?
have you been
I'm
to
really
Chicago?
rich and
Yeah.
crazy.
Where in Chicago?
The middle part,
Okay, because I've
I
been there
think-
multiple times. It's like it is
wherever
a
the
nice
ta-
city.
wherever the what used to be called the Sears Tower is. I was in that area,
Okay. Yeah, the Willis Tower. Yeah, I mean,
and I was also near DePaul's campus for a little bit.
as was I. Were you looking at DePaul?
No, I was visiting Sedona.
Right. Yeah, no, it's a nice city. It's got plenty of good spots.
I'm sure. I just don't want to stop there. I don't like big cities in general. You know this.
That's fair.
That's true. If it
I
is-
basically
it's a
max out at Philadelphia. I
think-
hate Manhattan.
I think Chicago is smaller than Philly.
No way.
Not population wise. I don't know about like the. I'm pretty sure it's got more urban sprawl too. Philly's really compact.
That's fair.
Just-
Chicago's just really flat.
I hate flat places. Florida. Oy.
Yeah, not big.
Ohio,
Yeah.
Jersey.
Whiskey Pallion for $2 says, there's some lore in this house. There's some
Ha ha ha
lore
ha
in this
ha.
house. There's some
Some
lore in this house. Aaron's been a member for 4 months. Bridget McLaren has been a member for 6 months. Telemachus 2814 has been a member for 3 months. Dr. Glorfindel for $5 says,
Really?
Thornberry, how's the Alexa? Did it arrive okay? Any chance we can get some test footage in the Discord? Ladies and gentlemen.
Ay.
Oh boy.
Oh.
That sounded loud.
It made it. It did arrive.
And it is heavy.
It is
It is absurdly heavy.
in fact the anvil, but it's here. And we've given it some test shots. I had to get a new computer in order to access them because it's only Mac compatible.
I tried. I did my best.
Yeah, Soph tried on hers. But yeah. So when that comes in,
You get the
this week-
insurance for it yet?
No, we were together all weekend.
I know. I'm just gonna keep bringing it up
I mean, everything in this building is insured.
in the building.
Yes.
Item wise,
Well, just as a whole. I'll work on it.
if you drop it in here, you're fine. But if you drop it not here and break it, then you're screwed.
Along with every
I
other
don't
camera
think
we
that
have.
that's how. I think it's only
The
it's only
walls-
insured as part of the building if something happens to the building, like a break-in or a fire. If you just drop it, it's not insured simply because it's in the building.
That's not what was communicated to me.
Are you sure?
When I did the policy, yeah.
All right. Okay.
But I'll double check.
I would double check, and I would also just get insurance for the camera specifically.
I plan to.
Okay.
Guys, stop.
Also, don't
fighting.
worry, you're not out of money because I bought it with my personal cash. So
I thought you bought it with the business's cash.
no,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I even did it.
Oh,
I
all
was
right.
like, yeah.
I thought he was buying it with the. Okay, do whatever you want.
No, yeah, no, that was the whole point. Is I threw them what I considered a low ball, and they would never say yes to it with my personal money. Because then I was like, all right, well,
What were you using the business's money for?
the lenses.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's expensive lenses.
Yes. Yeah, the lenses that you
Pricey,
get for big cameras are always more expensive than the camera. So, but anyway, yes. Now that I had to use my own money for this, it has motivated me to actually get our scripts done, which is ironic because the day it arrived, I wrote an entire 12-page short film because I was like, well, time to get to work. Well. So, yeah, so we've got it. It works. I have not tried every function on it yet. Definitely am going to need to upgrade the batteries at some point. I now fully understand why everybody complains about V-mounts.
Ooh.
They're good for the smaller cameras we have. But yeah, getting gold mounts at some point before we actually do any short films with it. Because number one, boy oh boy is this power hungry. And number two, yeah, I've knocked this V-mount battery off of the mount twice already. Just by like normal usage. So yeah, gold mounts all the way, 100%. Anyway, that's the camera.
Ooh.
Also, yes, I will need to work out much more frequently if I ever plan on actually using that. Nonetheless, Bridget McLaren for an A799. That's not Australian. I don't know where that's from. We did read that earlier. That was about her father. Again, sorry to hear about that. JMO Preacher of the Milk for $5 says, Thrombosi, drink the milk I gave you. Mattis, I'm sorry, but please show the books I gave you both, for these are gifts of the milk and must be enjoyed.
I'll show the one that's not Berserk.
Well, you can show the outside of it.
Yeah, it's right. That one.
That one's quite
I just
cool.
don't know where the other ones are.
They're downstairs.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, this thick boy right here.
Old ass Bible.
It's not a Bible.
We both got heavy things. Mine was a camera. His was a
Talking
book.
about the Bible book.
It's a commentary and concordance on the Bible from 1867, I believe. It's got very pretty woodcuts in it. It's huge. It's a massive book. Also, like, there was definitely a situation where it was in a very moist environment at some point because some of the artistry, like, bled through between pages. But it is very cool.
Very cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
you coming up? Come on.
Yeah, Hitchcock's new and complete analysis of the Holy Bible, which was new in I believe those Roman numerals are 1871.
Seems pretty new to me.
You can.
Very new, yeah. You might need to help him. There we go. It has great. Here we go. 69 years ago, he published in quarto form an analysis of the Holy Bible containing the whole of the New and Old Testament, collected and arranged systematically in 30 books. The titles of those 30 books were as follows, and we have great, absolute. It's the labors of Matthew Talbot, apparently. Okay. We have classic titles of these books, such as Deity, Christ, Sacrifice, Genealogy, Man, Children, Jews, Marriage, Speech. And these books all just cover the biblical perspective on all of these things.
Interesting. How official are these perspectives?
I believe they're just the opinions of a layman, really, but it's kind of scholarly. We have a map of Palestine from when the book was published, which is very pretty and has Judea, Samaria, what is that? Perea.
You want to show
Galilee.
them?
Yeah.
It's on your camera.
It's very pretty. As you can see, it's quite nice. Because back then, it was still called Palestine.
Cool.
That was not political commentary. That was just a
factual statement.
Yeah.
Fair.
It was renamed to Palestine, or I think it was named Palestine in 133 AD. It was either 133 or 72.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Judea before that. And then before that, it was Judah. And before that, it was Israel. And before that, it was Canaan.
Interesting.
Hello, little
The real William White for 264 says, "Awoo." Also, when is the Ice Planet Barbarians reading?
Oh, God. I gotta stop opening things on this stream.
What do you mean?
Ice Planet Barbarians was last week.
Ah.
Yeah, it was the one that had all the really bad, like comically bad smut.
Right.
I mean,
I
I
think we just need to stop
personally,
with the smut on this stream.
We need to stop referencing it for sure.
Yes.
I personally would be up for doing a Patreon video of that, but
Of course you would.
what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
All right, you know what? I like to act. Okay, I like to act things out. Well, not those. I don't want to act those things out. Wait. Okay.
You
Sorry.
don't want to act out the events that happened on
I like-
Not Hoth?
I like to read aloud. You know,
Come on, come
Would you like a shovel?
I'm an entertainer.
on. Oh, okay. That was not great.
Oh, little man.
Oh, there he is.
Griff for $20 says, this is going to the Ruby Ridge Ranch Fund. Speaking
God.
of, are we going to get a Ruby Ridge Ranch? You said Ruby Ranch.
Ruby Ranch?
Yeah. Are we going to get a Ruby Ridge video? I've seen Wendigo's and Dankula's perspective on it. I'm curious to see
Ruby
what
Ram Ranch?
yours. I've seen Wendigo and Dankula's perspective on it. I'm curious to see yours. Keep your rifle by your side. This is actually an important question for you guys in general. For a lot of topics that exist that people have done before, do you actually want to see our take on it? Even if the information is generally going to be the same, just for the sake of having, like, Mattis's opinions roughly on it? Or is it really just not worth it and enjoy other people's content?
Yeah, there are some times when I like look at something and I'm like, I'd love to do that, but it's already been done several times, so I don't. Like, I try to only do a video on something if I feel like I can add to it.
Which is generally a good idea, but I feel like having your opinion on something be the main sense of the video is not bad if it's on occasion at the very least.
I guess, yeah.
Do a Black Rose for $5 says, use a hairdryer to remove bumper stickers and peel slowly.
All right, now I just got to figure out how to get a hairdryer out to the Jeep. The EcoFlow.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll do it.
Or just an extension cord either way. Dr. Glorfindel has been a member for 11 months.
Wow.
Enthi Gavior for Canadian $5 says, hopefully you people will... first of all, what do you mean by you people? Will appreciate the humor. My small town has a Unitarian and oh my God. My small town has a Unitarian and an
Oh.
East. I need to learn to enunciate. An East Orthodox church right across the street from each other.
Oh, brother, I can do you one better. You've driven through towards Devon in the past few years, right? Through
Yes.
Valley Forge. And we have a Baptist church across the street from a Jewish center, a synagogue, I think, which is next to an Islamic community center and mosque.
You're talking about in Phoenixville?
No, I'm talking about in Valley Forge.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think I actually saw that the other day, and like the playground at the Islamic community center was like really ornate and pretty. And I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're like, wow, this is either gonna be a really nice little example of people like getting along despite their differences, or horrible things are gonna happen at this intersection.
I'm glad my inability to say the word East was so entertaining for everybody.
Are they laughing about it?
They're saying words are hard, and they're also saying East infection and just like a lot of little things.
East infection?
Yes, I'm
The Middle East.
All I heard was yeet, yeet, yeet.
Valid.
You know.
So valid.
Who's the what's the name of that now disgraced rapper? Kanye West.
Weeth.
Heath?
No, his name.
I thought you said Weath.
His name is Yee. Honors Palace for 1911 nice says, as a Christian, how do you view other cultures and religions? Do you try to find biblical things that fit those descriptions, or do you take less supernatural sense of their legends / myths?
I just kind of do my academic and professional work as a historian. I don't really have my religious opinions filter through. I mean, depending on what it is, like, for example, I think that there's an argument to be made that the deities referenced, like, if you're a Christian, then the deities referenced in other religions aren't made up. They're, like, one argument could be that they're the princes mentioned in Daniel and the members of the divine council, the sons of God who are given rule over the nations. So, I mean, that's kind of how I look at stuff like that, if that answers the question at all.
I think it does. The Rue Canadian for Canadian 260 says, "Oh, great intern, what is your wisdom?"
Intern of the lake, what is your wisdom?
I wasn't ready for that question. What is my wisdom? I don't know. Like, what's advice that I can give? I know my name means wise. Sophia. Yeah. I mean, my name's not Sophia, but...
Your name isn't Sophia?
No.
I assumed it was.
Wow.
To be fair, that's a valid assumption.
Well, okay. All right, here's my stance. No offense to the Sophias out there. Love you guys. But if your name is Sophia and you make your nickname Sophie, that's like, you're taking one syllable. Just make it Soph. Just make it Soph. Like, everybody thinks my name is a nickname. They will read Sophie on a paper with an E on it and say Sophia. And I'm like, where's the Where's the Okay. I get really heated about
Where's
this.
the
This is something that happened to you.
I'm going to miss her
routinely
while
for
she's
your-
in Ireland.
I know, so am I. This is something that happened to you routinely in your childhood
Yes,
that
it did.
frustrated you.
Yes, it did.
Archie, what is your wisdom?
Oh.
Is he coming through?
I think so.
Can somebody translate this, please? He's singing a song.
He's so good.
I love that it's not
Actually-
a full howl.
Oh yeah, if you want to see Archie giving his opinion on Genghis Khan and Michael Jackson, you can in the newest episode of History Unhinged.
What a sentence
that's
that
right.
was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to pull that up and show him?
No, they'll just have to go to History Unhinged and watch it.
Fine.
Anyway, Miss Maury for $5 says, hugging the Archie I got last year and devastated I do not have a car so I couldn't come to Blobfest
Aw.
this year. You always got next year.
There is always next year. Yeah, the Archies we sold this year came with weapons
Yes.
because he has no teeth, so he needed a knife.
Yes. Courtesy of cats slaving away for several weeks ahead of time.
He's so funny.
He'll pop up eventually. Kellen, the official data for $10 says, air dryer or steamer to loosen the adhesive. Use an adhesive remover like WD-40 Goo Gone or vinegar to help. Old credit cards or putty knives to peel off. Wash with hot soap to remove any residue.
Thank you. Thank you for the advice. I appreciate this. Because I don't really want to be driving through deep red states with "This Man Ate My Son" on the back of my car.
I mean, like I said, I thought that you just put it on, and I was like, you know what?
It
Okay.
would be so funny, though.
You know what I'll do is I'll just get a sticker of Bernie Sanders' face, and as we pass through the red states, I'll plop that onto it.
No, have that be the son that he ate.
Yeah.
What?
This man ate my son. Arrow Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Vendetta XM for $20 says, it was a pleasure meeting you guys on Saturday. If you ever need lodging in the Poconos, I'd be happy to help. P.S. Here's the extra $20 for the Globe.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very
I
much.
forgot that you needed to send us $20 for the Globe. Good on you for being honest about it.
Yeah, good stuff.
Also, when you say lodging, I don't know if you mean that you operate lodging or if you're offering to let us stay in your guest room. But either way, we will consider it.
And if
'cause-
you have a real lodge, that would be even better.
yeah, we need a lodge of our own. No, like up in the mountains, like a staying lodge.
Yeah, that's fair.
We can't stay in this lodge. I mean, we could, but it would be uncomfortable.
It's true. And there's no shower. Griff for $5.
Dude, if there was a
says-
shower here, I'd never leave.
Yeah, that's valid. Griff for $5 says, also get the intern some sock puppets for you two when you're in Montana. That way she can play as you two. You may have just made her night.
Oh God.
Well, okay, at Blobfest, there was a guy who had an entire booth and it was like make your own puppet. And you could like buy the base of the puppet and buy the arms of the puppet and buy hats for it. And
That's okay. You can be excited.
It's okay.
and buy shirts for him. And it was like you can make your own guy.
Did you get any?
No, it was $80.
Whoa!
I'm not gonna pay that much.
That's
I did have did I already talk about my manic episode in my senior year of high school where I spoke with an Elmo puppet on my hand for the entire day? I'm guessing not.
No.
For another time, perhaps.
You're doing better now.
Okay.
Next is a Real Cartel Pilot for 2 months membership. Says, if I come next year, will I get a meat bucket? I demand payment. No supers for a little while. My dad passed this week. Love this OG style of vid, though.
Aw.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that so many of you guys are
Yeah,
struggling
it's
with
horrible.
people passing away or being injured. That's
Yeah, that's
awful.
very sorry to hear
I'm
that.
Yeah.
glad that you
um,
find solace in this, though. That's,
Yeah.
That's something.
As for the meat bucket, I can offer you a meat stick, but not an entire bucket.
Yeah. White Trash Panda for $5 says, why have you not hung the Bigfoot poster / canvas on the slanted wall / ceiling behind you guys? This was suggested months ago. Get on it, lads.
I think we've been meaning to. We just haven't gotten around to doing it.
I don't think you guys understand how many things we forget to do on a daily basis
Yeah.
because of the amount of things we actually have.
There's just too many things.
Are we putting the sound panels there? Or
We're helping to executive produce a movie, and we have to work that into our schedules now. That's been a problem.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah. Gonna be a Kickstarter for that, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I guess that kind of covers us having to talk about it this week. We also got to
Did we have to talk? Were we supposed to talk about it this week?
Yeah, he messaged us like over the weekend.
Love
Oh,
it.
I didn't see that.
It was also on the calendar that they shared.
Oh, that's my bad. Were we supposed to talk about any of the details?
No, I think we're just supposed to hint at it,
Oh, okay.
which we kind of just did.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So that's fulfilled that obligation.
That was really natural, guys. That was awesome.
It was natural. I was not aware that we were supposed to be doing that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. No. There's going to be a movie, a short film that Aiden and I are working on, and we're not just executive producing. We have had creative input.
Yes.
So it did not originate as our project, but we are involved in the creative process.
Yes. Yeah, but the guys who are producing it and are putting it together,
They
great
know what
guys.
they're doing.
Yeah, they got talent behind them.
They've had success before as well. You'll learn more about it as time goes on.
Yes, we will tell you more as we can. Something Wicked for 556. Nice. Oh, I already did this one.
Yeah.
It was the Marine one, yeah. Yep, did that one. Gom says, my planned message YouTube won't let me send. Thornbury, I will text it to you. Please read it. Also, Mattis, how was the die query last night?
It was delicious, except
What
it
did you
wasn't. It was actually terrible.
Daiquiri. Where was this from?
It was I got a key lime daiquiri from
You're-
Bistro on Bridge. I like Bistro on Bridge most of the time, but their daiquiri game is very
Why are
poor
you saying daiquiri?
because it's
Is it
funnier than
fun-
saying daiquiri.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, because my friend John, when we were at Manella's ages ago, and he was just old enough to drink, he was older than the rest of us. He was like, "What's a strawberry daiquiri?" And Tommy and I just kind of looked at him. We're like,
So good.
I feel like that's a
literally like 17-year-old Tommy and I are like, "You mean daiquiri?"
I will say, I will read this one from Ben because it is really genuinely sweet. He says, the super chat that YouTube won't let me send. Perhaps the real lesbian Windowsy body
Oh.
the friends we made along the way. This bit is 2 years old now, and poetic that happened on the day I met y'all. Perhaps it's time for the bit to be done for now. Maybe
For
one
now,
day,
he says.
Oh yeah. Maybe one day I'll pull it out of the closet like a coat in November. But until then, it's July, not June. So this will go back to the closet I pulled it out of. So long, Windowsy Sama.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
That
I
brought
think
it-
that's
It was
That brought a
sweet. I
tear to
think
my
I
eye.
think that was a positive
It was.
message. Okay.
He's entering a new chapter of the lodge.
that
as
brought a
are
tear
we.
to my
As
eye.
are we.
Wow.
How so?
Well, we've met some new fans and made some new friends, and
That's
the
true.
The lodge grows in its strength, I would say, and in the strength is friendship.
Sorry.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know. I just like to be
Sure.
positive. I watched Superman twice this week. I'm feeling really
Oh
positive
my
and
God.
hopeful.
Is Superman
I'll go see it with you, Aiden.
Hell yeah.
like am I understanding that Superman is explicitly anti-Israel in this film?
No,
Implicitly?
no, he's just anti-war.
Okay.
Yeah, he inherently does not take a side. Like he very explicitly says he's spoiler, this is in one of the trailers. Lois is like grilling him for getting involved in international politics like without consulting anybody, and he was like,
My girlfriend does that to me all the time.
yeah, and he was like, people were going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And like the only thing that he's focused on is that he stopped a war from happening, but everyone else around him is like, there's literally there's a line where he like gets like absolutely like TKO'd into a crater in the city.
Okay.
And a big crowd comes up around him, and because like the guy who he's fighting is a representative of like the country that tried to invade the other country,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, "How dare you, this, that, or whatever." And one of the guys outside of the crater is like, "Hey, Superman, maybe you shouldn't have like gotten involved in that a week ago." And it's just, yeah. So it's like, but everything else around the movie is kind of like, yeah, it's
War bad.
yeah, very
Okay.
much. But yeah,
Gotcha.
it's entertaining. Yeah, very anti-war he is, but there are undertones in the movie.
Very anti.
Nonetheless, Gom says, I just read another thing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I just read that. I'm sorry.
You're doing great.
Bush Concepts for $2 said, where Elijah Weird Bible episode? What do you mean? Which one is that? I did like
Is that the-
edits of every Weird Bible episode like a week or two ago. They're all up there, except for maybe like two that still need
That
to
might be the most recent one.
That's up there.
The one, well, I didn't publish it yet.
Oh. Did you put up the history unhinged?
I did.
When?
On
Today.
Saturday.
Okay, that's what I was. That's what I just wanted to make sure of. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Yep. That is the one that you just re-edited. So I will put that up ASAP.
It's also. Oh, did you private it on the live version? Is that why nobody's able to find it?
I don't know. What?
Okay, never mind. Whiskey
I
Pallion
think
for
they're set
$5.
to unlisted.
Oh, okay. All right, that's basically the same thing. Whiskey Pallion for $5 says, my introduction to Skinwalkers was, I already read this
Already
one.
read that.
Michael Elmore for $5 says, the D&D 3-shot I'm working on has a Fleshgate as the BBEG, so this will be very helpful. Also turns out my sunroof was cracked open in the car wash. That's rough.
I
What?
thought that they were
Oh.
about to say. Also, turns out that my son, etc.
What?
Yeah, no, just D&D and water got
Yeah.
wet. Car got
Okay.
got wet.
Water got wet.
Water got
Hey.
wet.
So you're saying the water wasn't originally wet?
Hey, water got wet.
I will argue that water is not wet.
I would argue water is wet.
Water is the essence of wetness. Wetness only happens because of water.
That's my argument.
I can think of a lot of other things that make things wet.
But those are also there's water molecules in those things, right?
I don't know. Are there? No, there are
I mean, I
liquids
guess
that are.
there's-
There are liquids that are not water.
Water. That's true.
Yeah, but would you,
Everything can be in a liquid state.
true, but would you consider something that is a non-water liquid making something wet?
What would a non-water liquid be?
gasoline.
Molten iron?
Well, it's something other than molten iron.
Does gasoline?
There's got to be
count?
something that is wet at room temperature.
Any cooking oil.
Yeah, I would say that if you cover me in cooking oil, I am wet.
If you get cooking oil on something, you're not like, oh my god, this is so wet. It's more like
Yeah, usually the association is wet equals H2O.
Do you consider milk water?
It
I'd
is a
say that it
solution
was like-
based in water.
Okay, all right. Just move along.
Gom said, I left Phoenixville at 9 a.m. I am still not done driving home.
No.
PA is such a long state, absolutely unbelievable length and girth.
Okay.
To him.
All right.
Chimp with a hand grenade for 499 says, Gom and I can confirm that Thornbussy was in fact not pissing all by himself, in parentheses, handsome. Love you guys and intern so much. Yeah, when I went to the bathroom and when I took him out to dinner, I had to go
When
pee.
I took him out to dinner.
Yeah.
At
And,
least took him out to dinner first.
I did. And then as I was peeing, I heard the door open, and I just, in my head, and I told them after they said this, I just knew, I was like, someone was going to show up. I just wasn't sure who. And two men behind me stood there with their arms crossed saying, pissing all by yourself, handsome. And I turned around and it was Chimp and Gom, and I told him, I was like, I knew it would happen. I just wasn't sure who.
If you ever want to know the complete lore of Bionicle, ask Chimp about it.
Yeah, he knows a lot. And Halo.
Yeah.
Chimp, do 2 massive YouTube videos on those. I think you should.
There's already a 13-hour Bionicle lore video.
Make one that's 14.
He could.
Just make
really
it more
could.
interesting. You know, put a disco ball on there somewhere.
Wild take. Love that. Also, Gom says, so cool that Mattis got a Luigi plush to show his support for Luigi. Also, did you get the milk
What?
left on the porch this morning? I was wondering who left the milk. I should have assumed.
I figured it was one of... What about Luigi?
Turn around.
What? When did he get there?
You haven't noticed that?
No!
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Wow.
I had no idea. No.
I do love that he's mostly been covered for the episode, but when you turned around, he was right there next to you. That was great.
Good.
Mr. Dilo for 1345 says, both of the Aidens are actually skinwalkers and giving us misinformation so that they can eat us, even going so far as to make a ranch. Kind of like, in Stars, Skinwalker Ranch.
Our ranch will not have skinwalkers,
Nor will it be in a hidden valley.
nor will it be a cult.
Who said that Skinwalker Ranch was a cult? Who brought up cults?
What?
Mattis?
I said it would not be a cult.
Nobody said that it would.
I felt like there was an implication that it would.
Okay.
She knows too much. She's got to go back in the basement.
It's because of the implication.
I was about to say.
Also, just for the record, whoever it was that commented that they were concerned about the way we treat Sophie and how we threatened to put her in the basement, it's a bit, guys. I didn't think we needed to be clear about that, but it is a bit.
This is why I...
Aiden, did we, please, for the love of God, tell me that the video we shot did not have the Sonichu medallion in the background today?
Did you move it?
No. Was it in the frame?
I have no idea. Why?
I just feel like if it is, bad things will happen. Not gonna lie, it's been whispering to me.
What?
What? Aiden, we shot a video today and I had so much trouble getting all of the words out and I was so angry the whole time and I think it was the Sonichu medallion.
I think that's normal. Okay, that's normal. Plus the addition of many Russian words. Okay?
That's fair, yeah. The Russian words weren't great.
you're okay.
Also,
I hated this story from
I
start
hated
to
the story
finish.
from start to finish, yeah.
If anything, that's like evil eye.
It is 8:46, so we gotta get
Sorry.
get
Go.
cruising.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to finish all of it.
No, we are not, but there was one that looked like it was a $50 one that I feel inclined to
Yeah, that
get
was...
to because, you know, that's a lot of money and we should
I'll
definitely.
scroll down to that. It was Elena de Howler Werewolf Queen for $49.99.
Yes.
Saying, number 1, this is for research. Number 2, any friendly cryptids. Number 3, please give Archie cuddles. Number 4, after stream, check email. I sent you a screenshot of the super chat you missed. And number 5, if you're able, please leave some forget-me-nots at the graves of any cases you've covered.
Aw.
All right.
I will personally go do that as part of my internship.
But yeah, any friendly cryptids that you can talk about? Also, I'm going to go pee.
I think the squonk, technically,
The squonk or the squanch?
definitely not the
Sure.
squatch.
He's just insecure.
The squonk is just insecure. You're right. I want to research friendly cryptids. Archie will definitely get his cuddles. Super chat we missed. If you're able, yes, I can do that. I
was
gotta.
gonna say, I don't know which.
I'm
email
looking
did
for
you send?
which email was it sent to?
It might be. Aiden.
I'm looking for it, but I'm not. I'm not seeing it.
Not in the lower lodge email.
Yeah, which email address was it sent to, and what's the subject? Because I will need to know those things in order to do that. And who sent me a...
Me?
What?
I sent you stuff.
Okay, I don't know what to do with that. As for friendly cryptids, I can't really think of any.
The Mothman could be friendly.
No, the Mothman's an omen of doom.
Okay, well, he didn't choose that.
I'm not sure we know enough to say that.
That's true. That's true. That's fair.
Yeah, I guess I'll swap into Aiden's seat.
Someone said to like make a counter of how many times we say that's fair in a.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I don't know which camera does what.
There you go.
Aha. 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 I am powerful. And my hip just popped. That
And
was
he's
nice.
coming back.
All right. Yes. What else was there? There was long time list. This was from Spartan 49. I don't know. I'm just going from where we were at. I don't know where everything was. Although I guess it was. Yeah, I don't know. Long-time listener, this is from Spartan 49. Long-time listener, love you guys. In reference to last week's stream, do you think David Politis could possibly be narcissistic with the way he uses other people's tragedies to further his own beliefs? I don't know enough about... What? Was I on the wrong one?
It was on your camera, but
I thought I was on that one.
no, it was on the other one.
Oh, maybe I accidentally hit the button.
Now it's on you though.
All right, well... I don't know. I don't know if he's narcissistic so much as, like, I don't even know what the right term would be. I don't think he's narcissistic because he uses other people's tragedies. I think that he's definitely self-centered, though, in that he doesn't think about the harm that it might cause other people.
Yeah.
I think if you were to
At the very least.
I'd like to think that if you sat him down and you explained why what he's doing is disrespectful. And part of me thinks that he also he might be so invested in his beliefs that he sees lying about these things as like a means to an end, like the ends justify the means kind of thing. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I don't
Where
think
did you get a meat stick?
It was over there.
It's the last.
It's the last
it?
meat stick.
Don't
No, you're good. We
Um,
were out of them.
I don't think he is intentionally lying. I think he is so deep into confirmation bias, especially after looking at his Twitter, that
Twitter is...
yeah, I think he's drank the Kool-Aid a little too thoroughly.
Yeah. There was another $50 one in here from Sir Half Inch. I'd like to correct what I said last week. I didn't go from podcast episode 1 to 66 in 4 weeks. I actually got 15 minutes into episode 69. My vacation is over now, so my prediction is that by this time next week, I'll be on podcast episode 100. Dude, you are cruising.
I'm amazed that you all watch the podcast as much as you do. Do you watch the Friday videos as much as that?
I assume so.
That's pretty baller.
Yeah.
I swear, I think there are certain people that don't know we do the video essays, kind of like most people don't know we do that.
Yeah. It is weird.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Duo Black Rose, who we also saw on Saturday,
Yes.
said, speaking of skin, they found a teddy bear covered in what appears to be human flesh in Victorville, California today. That's awful. Paizy Key said, we love the intern, she slay.
She's a camera 4.
Thanks, guys. Are you on me?
Now we are.
Come on, get your shit together. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm glad if anybody wants me to leave, I'll leave. But also, you only have me for a short amount of time anyway. So if you can't stand me, you don't have to worry about it.
Most people want you to stay.
Okay.
Most people want you to not go to Ireland and stay, it would seem. So you're going to have a difficult decision to make with people on the internet versus a country.
And a man.
And a man. And the education. You can't forget about all these variables, people.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can call in, you know? You can get one of those boards. You're having fun doing this, aren't you?
He is. Are we going to switch seats?
Wait.
You're really locked into that.
I'm the producer now. All right, we should switch back. I don't know what I'm doing.
You look so uncomfortable and so into it at the same time. I'm very happy.
I've had that face a number of times in my life.
It's fun to push the buttons, but I don't know what they all do.
Yeah.
Help me.
Like, if you sat me in front of a nuclear launch button and you were like, don't touch that, I would be like, bro, I gotta touch it.
I'm sorry.
Consequences be damned. All right. We have time to answer like one or two more.
All right. You're gonna make me search?
No.
Speaking
Just pick one at random.
Speaking of skin.
Already read that one.
Okay.
Speaking of eat.
Did that one already.
Wish there was like a
Special Bones for 999 says, Blobfest was awesome. Came from Buffalo. Great to meet you, Thornberry. Tell the GF or the girlfriend I love my mini Archie. Sorry to miss you, Mattis, on my first walk by. Hope horizontal time helped.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you missed the one part where I wasn't consistently there.
Yeah. Also, like, you know, we had a whole group that hung out like the entire time. Just to confirm, guys, like, if one, all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can hang out at the booth longer than
2
minutes.
I just, by around 4:15, I was like, I am gonna pass out.
Yeah.
There also wasn't that much space. I mean, like, by the end of it, I was sitting on the curb.
That's true. We may have to do a thing where, like, next year at the booth, like, you can come meet us, and then, like, it's just, like, us and, like, the intern and or the, like, Matt and Amanda or whatever, and then we all regroup at the lodge, like, later that day.
Yeah.
Because it was steamy and crowded in there.
It was steamy
We
and
loved
crowded.
hanging out with everybody, but I think next year, considering it's likely more people will come, we don't want to seem exclusive for anybody, so... But we'll figure that out as we go on.
Maybe we can work on something with Celso to have there be a Lore Lodge section at Boardroom.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
'Cause I don't think you have to be 21 to
VIP.
eat there.
I think you're right.
I think we could organize to have a little
For
section.
5? It's not gonna.
Yeah, I think we can make that work. Also, Cakes is asking us to do a video on the whole New York financier situation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, as we all know, there were never any files.
No.
Yeah, no. It's,
Yeah, no. All those files that we were talking about the whole time, that was just an elaborate cover-up.
Yeah, the files that the current president ran on releasing were not real at any point.
Yeah, the ones that he has multiple documented instances of talking on camera about releasing and that he has seen it was... you're mistaken.
I like how that's the thing that people are like, you said you were going to do this when you ran, and now you're not doing it.
I think
It turns out people really don't like pedophiles.
I was
Yeah,
going to say, it definitely has to do, like, it's when it comes to harming children,
There's lines you can't cross.
yeah. I think it's also the
then
most
they don't
blatant
care
lie.
about Palestine.
Yeah. The fact that Pam Bondi, like 2 months ago, was like, I have the files on my desk. And then last week, she's like, what files?
I saw a picture that was like a picture of her with her desk, and she was like, I have the files on my desk, and then the next one was, there was no desk there. So
I keep hearing that that they're bringing back tarring and feathering of politicians. I don't know if that's true, but it's I keep hearing.
you're
that
bringing
that's
back
happening.
I mean, I'm just saying if they wanted to. Like, I know a place to get some feathers.
Tar's cheap.
we can make tar.
Yeah?
I don't know how to make tar.
Are you sure?
Black tar.
Oh, God.
All right.
We can coat them in honey.
You got 4 minutes.
Oh, hi, buddy.
To save the world?
Yeah.
If anybody gets that reference, I'm
Oh,
going to be
no.
really
Just
interested.
go read the next chat.
Edward the Chinchilla says, sup, guys.
Sup?
Hey. To my eye.
He also says from the last live, no, I wasn't the one that previously asked if we'd met before Sophie. Also, what was this live about? I just got here.
Skinwalkers?
Rewind.
I mean, I was very deliberate about trying to make sure the entire first hour was about the subject in the title.
I even
You
wrote
did a
down
very
questions.
good job. I think so.
Thank you.
Are you following the Jamal White case?
No.
Oh, that was from Paisiki.
No. Don't. I can look into it, but
I also don't know who that is.
there's so many cases.
Also, is anybody interested in the Debbie Collier or Collier case? Because I just found out about that today, and I'm thoroughly confused and
Yeah, since you mentioned it, I'm
mad as to make a video on it.
gonna have to look into that.
Yeah.
Also, Chimp, the Legos of us and Stack, I feel like we're probably going to put on the table for History Unhinged, like at the front. That's my plan for it. They're downstairs right now. But yeah, Chip with a Hand Grenade made some custom Legos of the three of us, and it just feels appropriate for the History Unhinged fella Legos to be on History Unhinged. So
They're pretty badass.
yeah, they're sick. Thank you for that. And the stream just crashed on my end, so that's probably a good indicator that we should start wrapping up, especially considering it's 8:58.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out all in the evening with us. This was a great show. A lot of people chimed
Way
in.
to pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, you were
more than
looking
neck.
forward to this. What a great surprise.
Because I was so tired.
I was eepy.
We're all EP.
I'm still a little eepy.
I feel
yeah.
great.
Well, that's because you're youthful and the light has not yet left your eyes.
I'm like 5 years younger than you.
Yeah, those 5 years do a lot of damage.
All right.
They do. Let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling.
Okay, guys, let's do some damage.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I'm sorry we did not get to everybody's chats. There were just a lot of them.
There was a surprising number of chats.
You guys are very supportive, and we
Watch
appreciate
and
it
look
so
at
much.
all the chats, just so I know.
Yeah, I would say we'll get to chats we didn't get to this week, next week. But I think if we started doing that, we would just be pushing all of our chats back week to week, and it would be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Unless you make a really boring podcast and people are just like, I have nothing to say.
Valid.
Sure. Yeah. I guess.
Purpose, you know.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks everybody.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I have to go spend time with my girlfriend, and I'd say I have to. That doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to it. Just like I promised her I would be home by 9 tonight. So it is her birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Amanda in the chat.
Happy birthday.
Happy
She's
birthday.
24.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to go find a hammer for my girlfriend.
Oh.
I don't know why. She just said, "Where are all of our hammers?"
Oh, okay. Ooh. That was like one of those 2-sentence horrors.
Yeah.
I gotta go find a hammer for my girlfriend.
Yeah. I don't know what she's doing, but apparently she's
What?
got a hammer.
All of our hammers? How many hammers do you have?
Well, I had a few, and then
Okay.
she had a few, but apparently
Right,
all
she
of
is
them,
bisexual.
Yeah, and apparently all of them are either in my
That's
car
another
or my
thing.
truck. What?
That's another similarity.
What?
Well, not that like bisexuality passes down genealogically.
Oh yeah, we keep coming to the conclusion that Sophie is somehow like Cat and I's like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it.
Like time travel child.
Yeah.
I
didn't come to this
We
conclusion.
don't have to get into it. We don't.
I feel like commenting on this is gonna get me in trouble somehow.
Probably. Dude, there's so many things that we have said that'll get us in trouble.
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
I learned something long ago, and it's that in order to be canceled, you have to care about being canceled.
I feel like they would care.
No, I mean, in order to get canceled, you have to be afraid of getting canceled. Or say some really off-the-wall shit. But I have yet to say any off-the-wall shit.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Anyway, before he does, we're gonna go.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We have a video on MH17 coming out on Friday. Please watch it, because if it does poorly, I will have to harm the person who told me to do it. And then this show will need a new producer.
To be fair, it's because they asked.
I didn't know you guys asked. I hate you all.
Dude, they brought it up on multiple live streams.
It was the worst time I've ever had writing a
The
video.
only reason I recommended it was because the anniversaries this
Yeah, no, I had a horrible time.
All right, well,
I was deeply unhappy all week.
Well, sending love to you all that are going through really bad circumstances right now.
thank you for
Yeah.
being like the nicest person on the show
Yeah.
right now.
You said it earlier. I just wanted to end it out if they're still here. Like, we're thinking about you and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that was very sweet.
I got
Thank you for doing that,
You're
Sophie.
welcome.
But yeah,
Heartburn.
oh, that's not fun. You've been getting that a lot lately.
It's almost like I'm really stressed.
She's got Betty Davis eyes.
All right, JoJo. That's enough. That's enough of that.
I did see. Apparently, it's very similar to the actual original song.
Yeah, with a lot more auto-tune.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I have to go, like, pay attention to my woman.
Leaving.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you.